Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Out of the Box. Today we are going to be doing a Q&A because we have so many new subscribers and you all kind of want to know a little bit more about May and I, so that's what we're going to do today. I put up a comment on the community page where it was ask us any questions if you're new, and we would be happy to answer some of them. So I picked 16 of them and we are going to go through them. Okay, so the first question is, who is older? And this is always the first question people want to know because we're identical twins. So the oldest one is G. How do we know that? We only know that by what the orphanage told us.
Yeah.
And they kind of guessed and estimated that she was only like 5 minutes earlier than me.
Yeah, so just by size, I was the bigger baby, hence why they thought I was the firstborn, but, yeah, I'm older. We've always kind of stuck to that, or at least I've said I've been older my entire life. So, yeah. The second question is, who is the favorited? So I actually learned this a couple years ago when we were doing a TikTok with our family, and it was like, point to, like, your favorite child or whatnot.
Yeah.
And I found out that my dad's favorite child is our older sister, Kara, and my mom's favorite child is May. So I'm very much the middle child. Yeah.
But she's fine.
Yeah, no, I'm not like sad about it.
No.
At all. Like, it really doesn't matter, but I thought it was really funny.
There's really no difference the way our parents treat G and I.
Yeah, no, not really. Third question, who is taller? I have always been a little bit taller than May.
Yeah.
Our entire lives. Again, like, even when we were found, I was the bigger baby. Like, lengthwise, headwise, like, weight-wise, like, everything. I stole all the nutrients, so...
Yeah, I like to say that. You took literally everything from me.
Yeah. The fourth question is, who is prettier? I don't even understand. Why is this a question?
Why did you even add it?
Well, because someone asked it. I think we look different based on if I'm wearing makeup or not, but also our facial features are also very much different.
Yeah.
Like, she is known to have a rice face, and if you don't know what that is, it's just a rounder circle face. And I have more of an oval face, which is known as a noodle face, or at least that's what I've been told. So, like, I don't think I'm prettier than May, and I don't think May thinks she's prettier than me.
No, not at all.
And we also just don't compete in that way, I feel like. We have very different, unique styles, too.
I try not to compare too much to you, because we may be twins, but we are very different people, and I know a lot of people don't think that when they first see twins. But if you ask any friends of twins, they most likely can tell you, yeah, they may be twins, but they're completely different.
Yeah. What is your favorite color?
Mine's blue. It's always been blue.
Yeah. Mine has always been, like, a pink or purple. Like, I've always stuck to it. I even have pink nails on today, so.
Yeah.
What's your favorite song?
That's hard because I listen to music literally 24/7. Yeah.
Let's do one, like, your favorite throwback, and then one now. Like, currently on your playlist.
Favorite throwback? Gosh, something from middle school dances. Like Florida or Pitbull or Kesha, Avril Lavigne, like those people.
Yeah, Sean Kingston.
Yeah.
Justin Bieber.
Old Justin Bieber. Like the songs and music that we grew up on. Katy Perry, old Katy Perry.
I think my favorite song growing up, like right now, currently at least, is Crush by David Archuleta.
That's a good one. Or
is.
like Party in the USA from Miley Cyrus. Yeah. That was a good one.
Currently, my favorite song is probably Wannabe with Megan, Glorilla, and I think Cardi B.
Mine is No Place Like Home, but I can't remember who it's from. And it's pretty cheesy. It's kind of cute and sentimental. And Backstreet Boys.
Oh, yeah. Those are really...
That's
that
a good
is a
song.
Cute song. What's your favorite film?
film of all time.
Mine has to be The Parent Trap.
That's a good one.
Or The Sound of Music. Those are the two that we watched a lot.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Yeah. So a little backstory of that is May and I, when we were younger, we used to we went to Silver Star?
Yeah.
And it was just on vacation with our family. And the only movie they had in the room for us to watch was Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. And I'm pretty sure we watched it every single day we were there.
Either Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Sound of Music, Mamma Mia, or Parent Trap. That was always on.
Yeah. But we didn't know what Chitty Chitty Bang Bang was. And we were, 8 at the time?
No, even younger.
6?
Maybe 5, 6.
5 or 6 or something?
Yeah.
And it was the only movie in the, hotel, so we watched it every single day and fell in love with it.
Or Mary Poppins, the original Mary Poppins with Julie Andrews.
Yeah. Those were really good. Your favorite color and what's your favorite animal? So we already did color, but favorite animal?
I always would say something fast, so a cheetah or a leopard or a tiger. So still something in the cat family.
Yeah, mine has always been a panda, but I do now really like koalas.
Why?
They're just so cute, and all they do is sleep and eat.
Okay, yeah, they are pretty cute.
What's your favorite place to shop at? And I'm assuming it's clothing stores.
So it took me a while to figure out my style. Actually, I went through so many different styles, and it's weird because if you look at me and what I wear, I guess most people would consider me more masculine wearing clothes than more feminine clothes. Favorite stores to shop at once I figured out my style is probably American Eagle is the very first one. Old Navy's pretty good. But I'd say most of my clothes are from those two stores.
Yeah, for the longest time, I used to wear a lot of Forever 21, Hollister. It's hard to find, pants for at least me, and probably you too.
It's very hard for me too.
We have long legs, but, a small waist. So, it doesn't really, it's hard. Hi, Shay Shay. It's hard to find clothing, but I like Hollister. Yeah, I guess Old Navy too. Tell us about your struggles and the difference between you two. So,
that's a good one.
Well, let's do just a couple struggles, not a list of them because it's going to be a long video.
Well, okay, so a lot of people assume that, because we're twins, we're very, very close. And, some twins are. Some twins can be, the best of friends. But that's just not the case with G and I. We've never really been best friends, or I don't consider her my best friend. I'll tell her things that I don't tell anyone else, but she's not my best friend. I think our biggest issue is, honestly, communication, just like any other pair of siblings. Communicating with your twin can be very hard. But it's also, we're not just twins, we're work partners, we're roommates. We basically are around each other 24/7.
Yeah.
Unless you have your own things and then I go do my own things.
Yeah.
But most of the time, we're always around each other. So just imagine trying to be around someone
24/7.
24/7, and you work with them, and you live with them, and you just happen to be related.
Hoping that, eventually once we, move apart and have our own places, that, communication will get better because it is, we are together 24/7. And we don't really get that space unless you're in your own room, which thank God we have our own rooms.
Yeah.
But, I think once we move away, communication will be a lot easier because we're not going to be around each other 24/7. We have our own places to go back to. Overall, I think the only main issue is communication, but that's just pretty much a lot of the sibling drama stuff with everyone else. So I wouldn't call it, a struggle, but there are days where, it does get in the way.
There are just some days that we can't even talk to each other without yelling.
Yeah.
And then there's days where we're totally fine. We work really well together. But like G said, I think it will get better when we have the opportunity and chance to move out, because then we actually have a place to go.
The differences between the two of us.
Well, the first one is how we how we present ourselves to the public.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm a little bit more tomboy, more masculine looking, or clothing wise. And G's always been that girly girl, more feminine style.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what instantly put us different. Just automatically different.
Yeah. Well, not physically, but like appearance.
How we presented ourselves.
Yeah.
We have very different mannerisms,
mm-hmm.
and we handle things very differently.
Yeah.
Also, I'm gay. G's straight.
Yeah, that too. Like, there's a lot there's more different than the same.
Yes.
I feel. As of right now, but that, like, definitely changed also when we were growing up. Because when we were younger, we also did all the same things. We never dressed the same, really, until we voiced the fact that we wanted to dress differently.
But that was very early on.
Yeah, exactly. But, like, we've kind of been different, but we've also done the same sports. We were in the same school. We did the same classes. At first, we went to college and we were in the same major. Like,
yeah.
We did a lot of the same things, but completely different.
A lot of that, though, couldn't have been changed much just because of how we were raised and what school we went to. Because private school here, if you guys don't know what private school is, there's really only one class per grade. It's not like public school or other schools where you have 2-3 classes of the same grade.
Yeah.
So we really didn't have a choice between different friends, different classes, different teachers. We never had that until high school.
Yeah, exactly. I ever show her girlfriend on camera?
Okay, I have been getting a lot of those questions, and I know we've been kind of like revealing little bit. I think if anything, I'm gonna soft launch first. But even before that, and I've already had conversations with my girlfriend about it to see is she comfortable with it. You know, just because this is my job and people are interested in my personal life doesn't mean you get to see that. It is up to me and to her. Obviously, I would love to be like any other significant other and plaster her all over my pages. But again, this is a job. Social media can be scary. We've been harassed. We've had things happen and said to us that we never asked for, even though this is our job. But, you know, you have to take it because it's part of it. You have to take it with a grain of
salt.
But that doesn't mean she has to take it. So,
exactly.
I think there's going to be more conversations between me and her about it. But so far right now, you know, she's comfortable with soft launching. I'm comfortable with soft launching. And at the same time, I think it's going to be a conversation between G and I because it is our shared pages. I don't know how comfortable you would be with just like start making content with my girlfriend and you in it. But what's nice is G and her are friends too.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Stay tuned.
Yeah, I think it's like we'll see what happens.
I'm not saying no.
It goes with the flow because, like May said, we signed up for this and we signed up for the opinions. We signed up for the criticisms and everything. The stalking. Like everything that you could think of, we signed up when we chose to potentially follow this career. Yeah. And the people that we either start dating, our spouses, or even our family members didn't sign up for it, and we have to be mindful of that.
And respectful
like May said,
of their decision.
Respect what they want.
Do we want to launch them on our joint platforms as well? And I think yes, it could go really well, you know. But then again, our relationship needs to be sturdy enough to be able to handle the criticism that will come with it. Because I know there's gonna be.
Yeah.
I've had it happen in the past. It wasn't good. I'm just thankful to have someone who really doesn't care about social media. And she doesn't even post on social media, which is very surprising to me. But it's refreshing to be able to, like, have our own private life.
Yeah. And
her not constantly nagging me, being like, post me.
Mm-hmm.
Where you've known in my past where it's been a huge issue.
Yeah.
So, who knows? All I can say is stay tuned. Most likely it's going to happen. Yeah. When? I don't know. But probably.
This next question is probably also one of the major questions, along with Mei'S girlfriend, but also who's older. Who is gay? First, Mei.
Yeah.
And does that make me gay? No.
Do they think you're gay because I'm gay?
Yes. And I always have to say no, which is fine. Like, they're just asking a question. But if one twin is gay, it does not mean the other one has to be gay or is gay. But yeah. And then a second part of this question was because Mei and I work out a lot and our physical bodies are very muscular, and that's what you see. A lot of people think that, you know, we are trans or we have like testosterone like shots and stuff like that, or if we're transitioning, and we're laying it to rest. We're not trans, we're not transitioning, we're not doing anything, we're just working out.
Never wanted to be a dude.
Okay, so the second part of this question is, what is your gender assigned at birth?
Female.
Yes. So this question comes a lot because Mei and I have very muscular bodies, and a lot of people kind of just jump to the conclusion that we're either trying to not transfer, but like we're in a transition, we're masculine, we're males. Like, a lot of people just think that because of our muscles, but we're females. We were born females. We will, at least I will. I know you won't either, but I'm not transitioning. I don't want to don't want to transition. So, like, I'm happy with my body.
Same.
Mei's happy with hers. We're females. That's pretty much the end of the conversation. Other than we do work out. We are personal trainers. So we do
have muscles. Identify as a female.
Yeah.
My pronouns are
she, her, hers.
Yeah, like, there's no way I want to be a dude. No offense, but that's not my calling. Not what I want.
Yeah, exactly.
At all.
Next question is, I'm a new subscriber, so do you have any other sisters or brothers?
So we have an older sister and an older brother, and then our triplet is not blood related to us, but she is most definitely family. We grew up with her. We've known her ever since we were 6, 7.
Yeah. Our families are really close.
Yeah.
She was also adopted from China, and so we kind of bonded over that, and then, I mean, we just became really best friends, the three of us, and she kind of is a single child, so we kind of integrated her into our family because I don't believe in single children, like, syndrome, because y'all are a different species. You do not know what siblings are, and Jessica is our triplet. We see her mostly every single week, at least twice.
But what's funny is, and I've always thought this, Jessica is the perfect blend between you and me.
She is. So, long story short, yes, we have an older sister, an older brother. We adopted a triplet, technically. And then, you might not know this, but we were in the foster care system for 2 years prior to being adopted, and we have 3 foster sisters and 1 foster brother that we are still in contact with to this day. Is there any chance Mei can end up with a man in marriage, and is there a chance G can end up with And is there a chance G can end up being gay as well?
I don't think it's end up being. I think, personally, you are who you are, who you are, and who you identify with, and your sexuality comes with that.
Mm-hmm.
So when people are like, it's a choice, I'd be like, no, not really. It's just in you.
Yeah.
It's been always a part of you. But no, there's no chance of me ever marrying a dude. Literally never. Yeah. I barely can tolerate men. There's no way.
No, it's not, like, I have best, girlfriends, like, friends, but, like, I don't see any relationship going past friendships with women just because that's not me. I'm happy with where I am at right now, who I am, my relationship status, and everything like that. So, yeah, no, I don't think I'll ever be gay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
And I'll never be straight.
Last question, are you twins or triplets? So we kind of answered this already, but we're technically twins, but we adopted because we didn't really, it's not legal, but we kind of just forced our best friend to be our triplet because we've known her for so long and she's a single child and she needed siblings. So May and I took that job and we kind of just said, hey, you're stuck with us, deal with it. And now she's our triplet. Do you have any advice on how to tell your parents that you are gay?
I truly believe you cannot come out of the closet fully until you fully accept yourself. It's very different knowing you may be gay, bi, queer, trans, whatever it may be. You may know it yourself, but it's very different saying it out loud. So when you're comfortable enough and when you are happy with yourself and you can accept yourself and you're like, yeah, I am this and I'm gonna stand on it and I'm proud of it or whatever it is, then maybe tell someone. I know, start with someone you trust very closely and can rely on, and you can kind of guess their reaction to it, because it's never nice getting that courage to come out of the closet and then be instantly torn down, because all it makes you want to do is go back to the closet and never come out again. So
Yeah.
my biggest advice would be accept yourself first, be able to be comfortable saying it out loud, and then telling someone you're super excited about and who will have a good reaction. I know it can be hard to gauge the reaction,
Yeah.
but if you have a loved one that you know who will fully support you, or friends who will love you no matter what, go to them first. Tell
Yeah.
them first, because it's always nice to have a good reaction first. I know some people are not fortunate to have
Mm-hmm.
good reactions around them, which is so sad to me. And I can talk more about that later, but those would be my two big tips. Be comfortable with yourself, accept yourself, and you want a great reaction for your very first one.
We definitely can do a lot longer story on that, because I do feel like that is a main topic that isn't talked about a lot. But again, that's based off what you guys want to talk about, and if you guys have more topics that you guys want us to go more in depth with, make sure to comment down below this video, or I'll put up something on the community page for the next podcast, and you guys can let us know in the comments there. But like always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Keep listening, keep loving, and we will see you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.